if you study the complete edition of Prabhupada Lilamrita, and on top of that there are many letters and conversations which are recorded of Srila Prabhupada, it's very clear that Srila Prabhupada wanted to preach in America under the aegis of Sri Chaitanya Math, which is the original Math founded by Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, from which all the other Gauriya Maths split off from. So Prabhupada wanted to preach in the name of Sri Chaitanya Math in America, but the institutional head of that Math was not interested in Prabhupada's ideas of going to America. So Prabhupada went anyway, and he was in regular contact with the institutional head of Sri Chaitanya Math about cooperating. We'll do everything in the name of Sri Chaitanya Math. We'll build a temple here in America. But there was no interest on their side. So ultimately Prabhupada was forced to start his own society. Once he started his own society, he wanted to have a place in Mayapur where he could bring his disciples from the West. And he requested the head of the Sri Chaitanya Math in Mayapur to give some land, and Prabhupada would construct a place where his disciples could come to the Sri Chaitanya Math in Mayapur. But that request was not acceded to. So then Prabhupada had to make his own Math in Mayapur. So we see that from Prabhupada's side, in the beginning there was a lot of endeavor to do everything in the name of Chaitanya Math, which, like I say, is the original Math from which later so many different groups going by the name of Gauriya Math came out. There's so much endeavor by Prabhupada in that regard, but there was no proper reciprocation, or rather the opposite. They tried to minimize Prabhupada's work and to undermine it in so many ways. That's in brief is a summary of the history. Of course, not everyone was like that in all respects, but in brief, that's the history. It wasn't that Prabhupada, he was just going off and being ambitious and independent, but for the sake of fulfilling the order of his guru to himself, he was obliged to start a different organization because there was no scope for him doing so within the scope of the organization which officially represented Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, but which Prabhupada expressed that they lost the spirit that Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur had.